Sepang Sprint 2025, the ghost wakes. Heat like vengeance, the kind of air that burns the lungs and melts excuses. 10 laps to rewrite the year that almost buried a champion. Francesco Bagnaia walks out from the Ducati garage looking like a man who has seen ghosts because he has. The GP25, that red-eyed demon that either crowns him or kills him, finally obeys. He takes pole. Then he takes everything. He needed this after the shame of Mandalika, where he finished dead last like a forgotten rookie, and the wreck at Phillip Island that turned his title defense into rubble. From hero to headline victim. The paddock whispered, "Pecco's done." The factories planned new futures. Rumors became knives. But on this sprint Saturday, when Marquez is still home, stitched in pain, Bagnaia rises like the leftover anger of a fallen god. He breaks from pole, vanishes on lap 3, and crosses the line untouched. 10 laps of clarity. One weekend that drags Ducati back from chaos. The crowd screams, "Pecco, Pecco, Pecco," not because they love him, but because they finally see a ghost find rhythm. Yet questions slice through the applause. If Pecco needs perfection to function, what does that say about Ducati's chaos engineering? If the GP25 can swing between divine and demonic, who's really in control? The rider or the machine? Drop your verdict in the comments. Subscribe if you can handle the fire that's coming. Everything before Sepang looked like an obituary. 2 weeks ago, the factory that once felt untouchable was split between believers and doubters. Ducati's season was supposed to be a coronation of order. Marquez the predator, Pecco the methodical scientist. Instead, Marc's shoulder cracked, the hierarchy flipped, and Pecco was left staring into a telemetry screen that no longer made sense. From February's preseason test at Sepang itself, he had warned them. This bike changes its character every corner. Nobody listened. He said it again at Jerez, again at Mugello. By Mandalika, his tone turned sharp. "It's not me, it's the bike." Ducati smiled, nodded, and built another data wall. Meanwhile, Alex Márquez was building a dynasty at Gresini, 94 points ahead of Bezzecchi, one solid weekend away from sealing the runner-up behind his brother. Two brothers from Cervera rewriting sports DNA, one world champion, one shadow carrying the same blood. Fermin Aldeguer, their teenage assassin, was smashing through rookie records like they were styrofoam. Every session a statement, "I belong here." But under the glitter, tire pressure whispers haunted him. Too low. Too long, too convenient. Pedro Acosta? Still lightning, still caged. The KTM roars but doesn't deliver. Everyone can see it. The front locks, the exit fades, the power comes half a second late. The kid pushes it anyway, his front wheel trembling like it wants to be free. And Honda? 2 factory bikes, both in gravel. Joan Mir, quick as thunder but cursed with braking demons, chasing Acosta and Alex before front-end betrayal ripped him into the dirt. Luca Marini's race ended like a spark snuffed by rain. When Pecco rolled into qualifying, the paddock looked away. They'd already written their stories. But the stopwatch didn't. He took pole by raw execution, clean, angry, surgical. Everyone in red smiled again, pretending they knew it would happen. They didn't. Who set the stage for this storm? Pecco's defiance? Ducati's denial? Or a ghost that refused to stay buried? Comment below. Who deserves credit for the resurrection? Lights out. 10 laps. The sprint where every breath feels like a countdown. Pecco launched like he was trying to escape himself. The Ducati's front wheel skimmed the tarmac as if gravity had signed a truce with desperation. Alex Márquez locked into second instantly, turning Sepang into a family feud by proxy. Acosta tried to dive under him at turn 4, but couldn't hold it. His KTM danced at the limit, shaking like a beast on a leash. Joan Mir appeared out of nowhere, slicing past Aldeguer and leaning into Acosta's rear wheel like a mirror of courage. Until lap 5. One heartbeat too deep on the brakes, one puff of smoke, and the Honda folded like paper. He slid out, dust exploding behind him, the crash echoing like a curse. That single mistake freed Alex. No more mirrors, no more shadows. Just clean air and the echo of his brother's name on every grandstand banner. He didn't chase Pecco. He guarded second like a crown made of fire. Behind them, Acosta's tires began to fade. He was fighting more than riders. He was fighting drag, electronics, philosophy. KTM built him a weapon that refuses to evolve at his speed. Fermin Aldeguer smelled blood. He closed in, lap 7, turn 9, dives inside, clean, clinical, the kind of move that screams future champion. Rookie of the year on paper, maybe under review in reality. Pecco at the front, untouchable. Every lap cleaner than the last, every split a message to every mechanic who ever doubted him. 10 laps, 6.8-second margin, and the haunting words from Mandalika finally buried. Bezecchi's Aprilia, starting 14th, climbed to 7th. He didn't win, but he reminded everyone that even in defeat, the new wave never sleeps. Then came the madness. Fermin under investigation for low tire pressure. The paddock split again, 8 seconds hanging like a guillotine over his third place. If enforced, Acosta would inherit the podium. Either way, Gresini wins the independent title. Alex secures second in the standings, and history writes a new line. The Marquez brothers, 1 and 2 in MotoGP. When the flag fell, Pecco lifted his visor not to celebrate, but to breathe. For 10 minutes, he wasn't haunted. He was whole. Tell me, was this Pecco reborn or just a temporary exorcism before Ducati's next nightmare? Drop your verdict in comments and subscribe before tomorrow's long race burns a new chapter. The victory looked pure, but beneath it, the smell of oil and irony. Ducati engineers hugged each other like they'd fixed something. They hadn't. They just got lucky. Because here's the ugly truth. This GP25 isn't consistent, it's conditional. When it's perfect, Pecco Bagnaia becomes a metronome of destruction. When it's imperfect, it turns him into debris. There's no middle ground, no control. And he's been shouting this since February. The bike is unpredictable. The front behaves different. The load transfer is wrong. Nobody listened. Ducati's arrogance runs on PowerPoints and data walls, not on human feeling. One thing is clear. If the bike is perfect, then Pecco is complete. This puts heavy doubts on Ducati engineering system and its mechanic. Pecco is telling this from Sepang pre-season test, and who was not listening? We are third person seeing the difference in the bike. Why can't the mechanics find the difference with all the data? This makes us asking more doubts, and the gap is clearly visible. It's not Pecco. He was a whistleblower. There it is, the line that should haunt Bologna more than any crash. Because when the rider's intuition exposes flaws before the sensors do, the factory's empire cracks. Ducati built its image on mechanical omniscience. Gigi Dall'Igna, the genius. The lab coats the prophets. But Pecco's been watching ghosts in the data since February, and only now do they believe him because he's winning again. Isn't that hypocrisy in racing form? Alex Márquez may celebrate a silver crown for the Marquez dynasty, but even he knows that Pecco's fight isn't against rivals, it's against blindness inside his own garage. So here's the real question. When Ducati finally listens, will it be too late? Or will Pecco leave like a man done teaching? From now, where does this put them? The time will tell us. Comment below. Let's slice through the noise. Sepang Sprint wasn't redemption. It was a mirror. Pecco Bagnaia proved once again that he's a rider of absolutes. When conditions align, he's precision incarnate. When they don't, he collapses into chaos. That duality isn't weakness. It's proof that he operates at a level so fine, even Ducati's computers can't decode it. Marquez built the GP25 to his taste. Violent, aggressive, load-hungry. Pecco inherited that beast mid-season and tried to make it sing like his old GP24. It didn't. It screamed back. But this weekend, with temperature, balance, and geometry finally matching his feedback, the ghost stopped screaming. For 10 laps, Ducati remembered what a champion feels like. Meanwhile, Gresini keeps embarrassing factories with half the budget. Two brothers from Cervera rewriting bloodline mythology, a rookie shaking the establishment, and an independent team claiming the crown of competence. If this isn't poetic justice, what is? Pedro Acosta still stands as MotoGP's most dangerous unfinished project. The kid is faster than his own machinery. The day KTM gives him freedom, he'll burn circuits to dust. But until then, we watch frustration dressed as potential. Pecco's win brings balance back, but also exposes a truth Ducati can't outrun. If perfection is required for dominance, then dominance is fragile. They call him inconsistent. I call him human in a world pretending to be algorithms. Tomorrow's Grand Prix might either seal his redemption or rip open the same wound. But tonight, he silenced 1,000 engineers who thought equations could replace instinct. So tell me, was this a rebirth or a rebellion? Does Ducati stand for innovation or ignorance? And when the ghost rides again, will it choose Pecco or haunt him? Comment what you believe. Subscribe for more savage breakdowns. We're just getting started.